What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Australian mother exposed as sex worker to son. Mom, you do OnlyFans? Alright. A Perth mother who had a secret job as a sex worker has revealed the horrifying way she discovered that so called friends have reported her to police for being a bad mom. Damn, that's extreme. That's extreme. They reported her to the fucking police and her so-called friends. I'm guessing this is the hive. She wasn't really part of the hive. And if you ever want to see some fucked up shit between two groups of people, or you want to see some real claws out action, it's women on women. Women who don't like other women, especially if they're not in the hive, will do horrible things to women. The biggest haters of women ain't men. It's not the misogynists. It's other fucking women. Anyway, Lucy Banks, 34, quit her job in corporate banking. She had a job in banking, quit her job in corporate banking and started selling racy images and videos on OnlyFans after separated from her husband in 2009. After separated from her husband in 2019. So she was on a straight and narrow until she finally got away from the idea of marriage, and then she just went and did her own. She just was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Right? She was a banker, and then she said, fuck that. I don't like the stable life. I wanna be a wild child. And then when I hit like 40 something, then I'm gonna try to be stable again and go rob a young dude from the cradle. Okay. But after ditching her restrictive career for a job that worked around her two kids, Banks found out others had been quick to judge, with some even reporting her to officials over fear that her children were in danger. My pivot from being a married mother of two with a career in banking to a single mom doing OnlyFans seemed very sudden to a lot of people, she told news.com.au, Australia. I think the only conclusion that made sense to them was that I lost my mind, but in reality, my marriage had been breaking down for a long time. It's unfortunate, and it does happen. Nice picture. Becoming a sex worker enabled me to stay at home and be around for my kids. I could structure my work around when they were at school. While Banks really didn't understand what the big deal was, she said she decided to keep the intimate details of her adult job from her children until they were old enough to understand. Yeah, what the fuck? You can't listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We gotta come to this point where OnlyFans is a part of human society, right? It is a massive point, and I would say at least over 20% of women, right? I'm probably making up some random fucking. That's probably numbers probably wrong, but I do believe that it's high because I know in New Haven, Connecticut, um, where I was living there for like a couple of years or whatever, like a few years. When I found out that New Haven, Connecticut was the hub of OnlyFans of the world, and then you kind of figure it out. Yeah, there's nothing going over there. It's very quiet. It's very dead. But people need to make fucking money, right? Especially women. How are they gonna make money? They're gonna go through the easiest, the path of least resistance. Now, I forgot exactly what the number was in Connecticut, but it was an extremely high fucking number. And when you got these girls who before they even turning 17 are already plotting out how to do OnlyFans and hinting at doing OnlyFans, and they're already successful, mind you. You have girls who are already successful, have everything, want nothing, and they're ready to make a OnlyFans. And then you also got women who are porn stars who get railed for years and years. No disrespect to them. Don't think of them any differently as long as they don't step on their high horse. And then what ends up happening is now they want to remove their fucking their history, right? They want to remove their past and erase their past because it's not right. They want to change over a new leaf. Nah, you're not getting them nuts I busted. Sorry. Again, crazy. Um, but yeah, telling your children that you do OnlyFans is fucking stupid. But you have to be mindful, and you got to understand that the decision you make at some point you're gonna have, if you are a decent individual, you're gonna have to tell them Or I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to be the best parent in the world and let them fucking know when they get older. Listen, mom did this because mom was going through this, and I hope you can forgive me for that. Like I said, if I was a woman doing, I probably would do OnlyFans, but I would never have my face out. It would be like feet pics and shit. Because the thing is, the most successful OnlyFans girls, a lot of them don't even show the goods until a long time, and already by then they already made their money proper. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going. While Banks really didn't understand what the big deal was, she said she decided to keep the intimate details of her adult job from her children until they were old enough to understand. However, she soon realized she couldn't stop other people in her life from casting judgment. Never can. With some even going to great lengths to expose her. People have a real fascination with sex workers and adult creators. Yeah, they do. I had multiple people from my real life subscribe because they want to fuck. What did you think was gonna happen? I've had real people. I've had real people. I'm sorry. I had multiple people from my real life subscribe and be weird with me. She explained. They would feed me facts about my life to scare me and show that they actually knew me. I also had people screenshot my content and send it around. She said that despite making a huge effort to keep her work and personal life separate, those who were off offended by her new job started reporting her to various authorities, claiming she was a terrible mother. Claiming she was a terrible mother. These people were calling my kid's school, the police, and child protection, and it was overwhelming at some point, and it made me extremely skeptical about who I could trust, Banks told news.com.eu. AU. Being a mother is such an intrinsic part of me. It's everything. All right. I mean, damn, the whole titty out? And she even got big titties, but the whole titty out right there? What? Almost the whole titty. That's at least 63% of the titty, right? As much as being accused of being a bad mother really stung, it was awful. I quickly snapped out of it. I am an exceptional mother. Anyone who is in my network and who actually knows me will tell you. I would do anything for my kids. Would you work hard at the banking job and not quit your banking job instead of doing OnlyFans? See, okay, so look, here's my stance on the thing with the OnlyFans thing. If a girl does OnlyFans, I don't immediately judge her as the scum of the fucking earth. Again, we have to come to this realization that a lot of girls do OnlyFans, just like guys have to understand that once you hit like 25, 30, 35, the women who are pure, right, the women that don't have multiple bodies, is slim to none. That doesn't mean that they can't love you, but this is something that you just need to come and face the fucking facts. In this case, OnlyFans is here to stay. It's already done its damage and it's going to continue to do its damage. You just got to get used to it. That grandma you see walking down the street, she just showed hoe. That little girl who's 17, she's planning to show hoe. You just got to, it is what it is. We allow this. My problem is I hate the girls who are naughty and then want to be sloppy about it in the end. I don't mind you being naughty. Again, I've been friends with literal porn stars, or whatever I would call friends with porn stars. I've known two girls who has done OnlyFans. In fact, I even talked to a chick who is a fucking prostitute. I don't view them to me personally, and for a lot of guys, realistically, ladies, and this is not a free fucking pass, so don't take this as a free pass. Most dudes, if you have a good head on your shoulders and you're not gonna sit there and try to fucking mulligan or renege is renege, can I even say that? Renege sounds worse than the N-word. God damn, renege. You gotta put an N on top of that. Like, that shit says worse than saying nigga, renege. Going back on all of that shit and going, oops, nope, I want to get rid of that past. That's not right. After you done showed hoe for many, many years is a joke. And then to sit there, okay, I'll put it to you like this. I have less respect for girls who become go into their final form of a God-fearing woman after being the soul snatcher 5,000 with the throat, the you know the you know what I'm saying, the the soul snatcher 5,000, the gluck gluck annihilator, right? Like all of that shit. I have less respect for those women who do that after years and years of doing whatever than women that say, this is the past that I have. I'm no longer like that, but it is what it is. This is what I'm doing now. Anyway, and most guys are like that too. How do you think these girls who do this shit gets married? And I guarantee you, this woman is gonna end up getting married. Some poor Christian man is gonna scoop this woman up. I guarantee it. Either she's gonna go for a young dude or she's gonna end up picking up some rich dude who forgives her for all of her past sins. Women really do have it on easy street. Um, After one particularly concerning encounter with the subscribers, Banks ended up calling the police, only for the officer to reveal he had received 5 complaints about her. Yo, she's probably doing something she's not revealing. It had to be something else. Thankfully, the cop said she was not under suspicion, but it made her realize just how often women are okay, who's judging her? Who's the friends who turned on her? Because you already know they're going to try to make it a slant. Oh, men are bad. If I stayed in banking and had my kids in daycare every day, 6 to 6, people would have judged, she explained. Yeah. If I lived off Central Link, similar to Social Security and child support, people would have judged. If I didn't work at all and stopped providing for my children, people would have judged. People are going to judge you no matter what. What the fuck is this? What is this? I would have been judged and criticized if any opinion I chose, so I went with the option that I have potential to set us up financially while enabling me to be a present parent. But as her success grew online, the downsides was Banks was less able to shield her kids, and eventually she was outed to her elder son. My son is 10 at the time, and he just asked me straight up, Mom, you do OnlyFans? Why does your son know what OnlyFans is? Maybe I was wrong. I don't think we was familiar with her game. I thought she didn't have much titty. She got plenty of titty. In this picture right here, it looks like she don't got many titty, but she got plenty of titty. This is plenty of titty right here. I was always going to have that conversation with them. I had only kept my children away from anything like that because it is not age appropriate. So it was really disappointing that somebody else had taken it upon themselves to tell my young son about it. I spent years shielding and keeping my kids away from anything inappropriate, and I did a great job of that. In total, Banks earned over 1.5 million. Man, what the fuck you care about? You already made a mill. Man, you better stop that shit. Man, these women, dog. I'm sorry. We've already seen that women can gain Wolverine type fucking healing factors, right? If a man has money. Do you guys remember when Kobe Bryant there was a prostitute trying to blackmail and do Kobe Bryant dirty, and his wife stayed with him? And we found out, well, a lot of brothers found out, yeah, you can do shit like that if you got money type shit. Like homegirl healed her wounds quicker than Wolverine heals in the middle of a fucking battle. Stop the bullshit. You made $1.5 million. You better act like a typical fucking woman and just you better stop playing. You better stop fucking playing. Man, this is stupid. She's made over 1.5 million, mind you, in 4 years. 1.5 million. With her stint on the X-rated industry even spawning the idea that enabled her to leave it. I'm heavily involved in the industry. Yeah, because you stood out. Like the thing is, not many girls make a lot of money on OnlyFans. This one, sorry, the titties were calling me. This one was successful, and you sit here now. You wanna sit here because you're sad you're being judged. You pushed yourself to them, man. Whatever, dog. I found Million Billion Media, the first PR and marketing agency for the adult. She funded it. I funded Million Billion Media, the first PR and marketing agency for the adult industry. This year, my company also acquired the Adult Industry Choice Awards. It's a gala evening in November where the industry leaders and newcomers are recognized. It's a great space to work in. It's surprisingly wholesome. She said that while people were curious about her kids' thought of her work, past and present, they don't really care. They're typical kids. They are much more concerned about getting McDonald's for dinner and playing their sports. My job has meant I've been able to support my kids, and I'm really proud of that. They go to great private schools, they do sports, they have stability. They're not spoiled by any means, but we have a secure and quiet life, which is everything I would have wanted to been able to provide. So what the fuck are you complaining for? Anyway, that's the video. Catch you guys next time. $1.5 million, and you sitting here upset at what the ants think. Man, you stupid. Stupid.